Hello and welcome to our EWiT Diamond podcast. Today, I have the pleasure of being with Orquídea Santos, based in Portugal. Orquídea, thank you so much for being here today. I'll let you introduce yourself before we dive in.
So my name is Orquídea Santos Fonseca. I started my career working with geospatial technologies, satellite imagery, GPS, GIS. So everything related with this topic around Portugal, Angola, and Mozambique. Then I moved a little more for these, let's say, transformation and digital transformation projects, and then started a little to go further into innovation and lately into data and AI topics.
And I know you have been in other EWiT events and you have done interviews, and I'm very happy to be here today and be able to hear a little bit more about your journey and what you have learned with all that. So getting started, I know your career has taken you across Portugal, Angola, and Mozambique, as you said, and I imagine that experiences have shaped you in different ways, right? So looking back, how have those international experiences influenced the way you are a leader today?
I think it's everything. Like our experience, it's what molds us, right? So every country, they had their different realities, different cultures, different ways of working, approaching. So each one of them had their different challenges in different, of course, projects and different ways of approach the challenges. So what I learned is like we never have one solution. So it depends, everything depends on context. So it's not like nowadays we talk about a lot of context. It's not only about AI, it's about everything in our life. So context means a lot. And you cannot do the same approach sometimes for different realities. So I think also it learns me to be more resilient, adaptable. When you reach to a place, you cannot apply a framework that you already know. First, you need to listen. You need to learn with the people that you meet, and then you will adapt. You know, of course, you can apply the same theoretical principles, but of course, you always need to adapt.
Yeah, that's great. And you learn so much with every different company. Imagine in different countries, right? I have this experience in a lower level, let's say a little bit less than you, but myself, and it's a bit addictive, right? So to get in touch with this global community and learn so much from each one of them. And you just mentioned about adopting different frameworks and adopting new technologies, right? So I know today much of your work focused on helping organizations adopt AI and data, while of course bringing people along in that journey. So in your experience, what do you think makes a change management successful? And would that be focusing more on people? Do you have a framework in mind? Could you share a little bit more about that?
So first of all, digital transformation is not about technology itself. The challenge is always about people, because organizations, they can invest in the best platforms, in the best AI capabilities, in the best products, but if people are not on board, if they don't understand why they need it, or they don't see a value, they don't feel involved, they will not adopt for sure. So you will have this, the opposite. So that's why also I spend a lot of time creating like a shared understanding between the business and technology. So my role is often, look to the technical possibilities and look to the challenge and, okay, how can we relate them together? And if it makes sense, because sometimes also it doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, you also need to be capable to say no, it will not work, or it will not be possible to do. For me, there isn't a framework you can copy paste. I think successful transformation starts with you understanding where people are today, where they want to go, and then bring them to the journey that you want to achieve with technology. So the technologies create the possibilities in the beginning, but then it's people that create the impact and the value that you want to achieve with it.
I think that has never been more important maybe than it is today, right? You mentioned AI. We see a lot of things being done just for the sake of technology, and not really even both bringing people with it, but also not being able to understand why and where is it leading us sometimes, just for the sake of adding the technology there. So that's very, very important. And you're talking about frameworks as well. I've noticed you've been passionate about creating frameworks for mentorship and building communities where people can learn from one another, like you just mentioned. So why do you believe mentorship and community are essential for a career growth?
I've learned that, for the career itself, it's not only about the initiatives and projects that you are in, but you need also to be curious, and you need to have these relationships, because you are not alone, right? And you never, if you work alone, you will not drink from the other's experience. So you will not have people inspire you and inspire the way that you think. So that's very important, because for me, mentoring, it's all about this. It's not one person. You don't have all the answers. We never know everything. Even when we are in the top of our career, like even if you are CEO, you will sometimes take decisions with of course, data, of course, always, but also with some others' experience, and sometimes you learn with that. So this is how I think that the mentorship, it's good. So you have different perspective, have someone that can support you and challenge you. And when it's not maybe natural for you, it's good to have a framework that will allow you in your space or outside your space of work, like in EWiT, you can have this, and you can experience that and have this support membership. And the communities, they do that. They bring people together with completely different experience. That for me, it's the magic of these communities. Sometimes people can have similar paths, different paths, but somehow they share something with you that resonates you, and it will stay with you. And that's the magic about it. And I think the most important of it.
Yes, no, surely. And we learn so much from it every day, talking with someone new. And adding a question here, actually, not on a script, but I'm curious, how has this type of mentorship and this networks has done difference on your career? Because I see you've gone through different topics and different areas throughout your life. I was looking that you did like a geography major, and so much must have gone on. So you got here. So how has mentorship played a role in that as well?
So for me, it was having someone to challenge me, and to challenge sometimes the way that we think. Even I feel it more when I was young, and think that, you have everything and you already wrote your script and you have everything in your hand, but then no, someone challenges you and make you think that sometimes it's not about the career or where it's written in your CV. It's about the experience that you have. And for me, people and working with people, it was always the most important thing. So I always go where also my gut feelings says me to go, but it's always about that, having someone that challenge me and challenge me in a way that it's not only will not say what you want to hear. It will make you think about it. So that's why for me this mentorship, it's a very interesting way and important for the career of anyone.
You were with us in Lisbon, as I mentioned, and after that you joined us as an EWiT Diamond member, and we're so grateful to have you. And we are curious what stood out about that experience. And you mentioned being passionate about community, but what stood out to be part of this community at this moment?
I was amazed about it's not even about the quality of, the event or the speakers, because of course this, when a community does it, they do it well. It was not about that. It was the atmosphere, it was the spirit of everyone that was there that was so engaged, opened, and sharing everything, not the good things. Actually, it was even sharing the challenges that they had in their journey, and how they managed to deal with that. So that was really inspiring for me, because it was not just a pitch for pitch, pitch because I want to pitch here and I want to say how great am I or my journey. It was really sharing lessons learned, sharing challenges, and I immediately understand that everyone was engaged with what the others were saying. So it was for me, it was really, really impactful, and also create something inside me that I wanted I want to belong to this community and learn and contribute as I could.
Oh, that's great. And we're very happy you had this experience. In the end, that's our goal. We're talking about expanding, of course, women in technology and business in general. And we have our goal, we have our mission for the future, but we'll do that with women talking to women, right? And not titles talking to titles. So I guess that's what happened. And we're glad to have you there as well. And now, as also a Diamond member and mentor, to be here in the community as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the support I've been receiving so far. So I think it's a great community that if you didn't decide yet, if you would like to join, just connect and check, because it was what I did. So I received an invitation from a colleague and friend, Daniela. It was how I'm here today. So be curious, and things follow up.
Thank you. And so this was our Diamond interview. Please be sure to follow us and see the other Diamond members and their incredible journeys.